Federal Environment Minister has also accused Queensland of putting politics ahead of public safety by removing 160 shark drum lines. Let's go live to Brendan Smith for more on this. Brendan, Susan Lee is calling this a political stunt.
Yeah, she has indeed. This comes, of course, from that decision of the state government to remove those 160 drum lines across 27 beaches here in Queensland. This follows a federal court decision, and this was made 24 hours after that decision was handed down to remove those drum lines. The federal court said that if the government couldn't abide by a catch and release program, the drum lines would have to be removed. And the government's response to that was, well, the staff who are involved in those drumline activities don't actually have the skills to deal with live sharks in order to release them, and that is their justification for removing those 160 drum lines. As we know, students across Queensland are currently enjoying school holidays at a number of beaches across the Sunshine State. This is, of course, worrying for a number of parents and the LNP here as well, who have accused the government, as you say, of putting politics ahead of public safety. Let's hear from the Environment Minister on 2GB.
Well, Queensland has done the wrong thing here. They've put politics ahead of public safety. The day after the court decision, they took out 160 shark-controlled drum lines in the full glare of social media, 24 hours, as I said, after the decision, 27 beaches, and there was no need to do this. Absolutely no need to do this. The actual situation hasn't changed. They can continue to keep those drum lines in.
Now, Annalise, as we know, the drumline issue is a very contentious one here in Queensland. We saw last year a number of shark attacks in the Whitsundays. We saw a 33-year-old doctor sadly killed after he was mauled by a shark. We saw a 46-year-old woman and a 12-year-old girl mauled by a shark in the same area in Syd Harbour. That did prompt the shark baiting to commence, the drumlines to commence. In terms of tourism operators, they're concerned that if drumlines are removed, it will stop people from coming to regional areas and beachside locations due to a fear of their safety. Environmentalists, of course, are saying that these are simply too barbaric to have these put in place. So this debate, of course, will no doubt roll on for weeks to come. Susan Lee has also made reference to advice from the Australian government solicitor, which says that there's actually no legal grounds to remove these drum lines immediately. So we will hopefully hear from the Environment Minister and the Agricultural Minister from Queensland later today.